Good evening. Today, TF2, well, we're not, well, I mean, we're playing the game, but we're not playing the game. All right, I've got a few trades here. I've bought some items, and it's cost me a lot of money. As you can see here, we have a bunch of Space Hamster Hammies, bunch of bonk batters back up. We got some rocket operators, and today we got one big trade, which is gonna get me a little less profit than I thought it would, but it's not too bad. It's about a $30 profit, and that's, of course, we're going for the BATSABER. As you can see, this is a trade that I've been wanting to go through, and it's crazy. Now, I guess I'll go through why I picked what I picked, and as you can see, we have a couple of Bonzo Nod war paints as fillers. So the Bonzo Nod is going to be a filler, and our Tough Break bonk battered's backup is going to be a filler. Going to go do 2 trades. This cost me like $100. Cost me a little bit more than I expected. If I did this trade only a couple days sooner, it would have been probably $10 to $20 cheaper, because these Space Hamster Hammies are skyrocketing in price. And the reason because of that, and they've gone up over a key on backpack.tf in the last like 2 days, 3 days. And that is because the confidential collection is a very rare collection. It's basically a case that doesn't drop. Same thing with the quarantine collection, which is what the rocket operator is from. They're both rare collections where the cases don't drop anymore. You physically can't get them. So once those cases are gone, they're gone. I used to do, if we look over here, I've actually done quite a lot of capper and shooting star trade ups. As you can see, I actually have a shooting star on my homepage, and I've gotten quite a few shooting stars in my day on other accounts and this account, and it's been a decent trade for me. This one, I think I just went out of my way and bought it and trade up for it, and I've kept it. I've also done the Geiger counter trade up, which is what this will go for right here. We're going for the Geiger counter. The Geiger counter on the Steam Marketplace is about $36. The rocket operators, I paid about $2.10 for them. I'd be making a little bit of profit there. And I've actually gotten a Geiger counter in a trade up before, and I sold it. And I kind of really want it. And an item that I've been wanting for a really long time that I've never bought, that I'm going to try to trade up for today, is of course the BATSABER. And I decided, why don't I just record it? Why don't I record me doing the trade up contracts? I never see people do TF2 trade up contracts, so I will be the person doing TF2 trade up contracts. Now, I was thinking of doing strange variants of these contracts, but that is a bit too expensive for me right now, especially for the first time doing this, at least in a recording. I've done plenty of TF2 trade up contracts, but it's just a bit of money, and if I'm going to do a strange trade up contract, I would like to save up a little bit more money. This was kind of on a whim, and I realized that this was going to cost me $50 more, and I thought, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to put $50 in my Steam account, do a trade up. Nah, the Space Hamster Hammies came out to like $70 after I bought just 5 of them. So that was a bit expensive, and now there's 5 less in existence. There's not a lot of them left in existence, and the Burst Chester is funny because, as you can see, I have a Burst Chester right here, and you can't trade. I think you can trade up unusuals or something like that, or you can transmute them. I don't think you can use them in trade up contracts, actually. I think I'm wrong. Yeah, you can't trade them up. The problem with the Burst Chester is I didn't buy any of those because those are about $19 a pop, which is funny because this specific version, the unusual Burst Chester, is actually only like $10. Now, you might be wondering, why is the unusual version of an item cheaper than the standard version of the item? Well, that is because this, if we go to, where is it, the Burst Chester? If we were to look at the Burst Chester right here, as you can see, the standard one is $19 because how unusual taunts work is, in order to get an unusual Burst Chester, you technically can't unbox it. How it works is you unbox it, and this is for people that don't play TF2 or just don't know how it really works in general and why you can get a unusual Burst Chester for so little. A lot of unusual taunts will drop as unusual fires, and basically that in itself is the equivalent of getting a case. So you get an unusual fire, and you can either sell the unusual fire, or you can apply it to a standard taunt that you have, and then once you apply it to the stock version of the taunt, you will have a chance at getting one of many effects, is how it works. Yeah, and basically, obviously, you do have a chance at getting a really good effect that's really nice, that is expensive and is worth a decent amount of money, or you have a chance at getting a cheaper effect. This effect that I have right here, I think is actually a kind of cheapish effect. If you know how unusual effects work, you know, prices fluctuate. You never go off of the Steam community market price when you're pricing your unusuals. For those of you that are new to TF2 or haven't played it, for those of you that know, if you're going off of unusual price, we never go off the Steam community market price, even if it's a shitty effect, because I mean, if it's a shitty effect, you can go off the Steam community price and maybe, you know, make some money off it. But yeah, prices are very crazy for unusuals, because the problem with the Steam community market is it doesn't sort the item by effect. If you were to go search any unusual item on Steam, you will see that all of the effects, you know, say there's 10 unusual burst chesters on the market, all of them will have different effects varying in prices. Yeah, just always check backpack.tf for your prices. Anyway, we're going to do this trade up. I have 5 Space Hamster Hammies. My fill-in for those will be the Bonzo Nod War Paint. Now, I could have went with like a cosmetic hat, like a cosmetic item, a pink cosmetic, you know, as an example, the snowing right here, the snowboard. The problem is all of the cheapest cosmetics that I can find that were assassin grade, the items that I would have gotten were like 50 cents, whereas the only item, we would have had a chance at, you know, one item. But the sacred right here, if we look, don't use it. If we look right here, it just, okay, never mind. The Sacred Slayer War Paint is actually like $2 in field tested condition, so it's not too bad. And compared to if I were to use something like a cosmetic like the snowing snowboard here, I would lose out on like a whole like $1.50. So I might as well try to make back as much money as I can. I'm not making a lot back. I'm making like $1, but this is gonna suck. But first, before we do that BATSABER trade, we're going to do my quarantine collection trade up. I have 5 rocket operators here. On top of that, I also have, thought I didn't buy the fill-in for a minute, Bonk Batter's backup. Why am I using the Bonk Batter's backup? Well, as you can see, the only item that we can get is the well-wrapped hat. And basically, when you're doing filler items, and I feel like a lot of people that do trade-ups, and especially in Counter-Strike, will know this, but I feel like for TF2, not a lot of people do trade-up contracts and really know what the hell is going on. But you basically want the least possible outcomes. So our goal with the rocket operator is we're trying to go for the Geiger counter. Now, if we were just to fill up our entire trade-up contract with 5 rocket operators and 5 shooting stars or 5 captain spacemans or whatever you want to use. So say we use 10 rocket operators. Well, that would give us a 50-50 chance at the Geiger counter. And we would either get the Star Duster, which we'd lose a lot of money on, or the Geiger counter, which we would make money on. The problem is, if you were to, now that I think about it, you could actually use 10 rocket operators and still make profit if you hit the Geiger counter, but you wouldn't make as much profit. So we used 5 rocket operators, and then we use 5 Bonk Batter's backup. These names are so crazy. And then the well-wrapped hat will basically be, you know, another percentage. So we split it, divide it between 3. Our percentages for getting the Geiger counter are actually lower because we only have like a half chance to get that. So what we do, we would have a 50% chance at getting the well-wrapped hat, or we have, do your percentages, like what, 25% chance to get the Geiger counter, because then it would be 25% for the Star Duster. So that would bring us to 50, and then we would have a 50% chance at the well-wrapped hat. So our odds aren't looking too good, and it probably would have been smarter for me to just buy like 5 more rocket operators, but we're trying to make as much money as possible here. If we lose, we lose. That's how it be. So we're gonna do this trade. Let's get into it. Did I not buy 5 of them? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I still have $24 left. I thought I had way less money. Really quickly, because I bought all of these items and my balance said like $1 left, and I was like, whoa, I didn't think I would only have $1 left. It turns out I have way more than I have, like 24 bucks left. So that spooked me a little bit. Captain Spaceman, rocket operator. So another trade that you can do and possibly make profit on, which I've done multiple times, is, like I said before, the Shooting Star trade-up contract, which you need a bunch of blues for that, but it's way cheaper. So if you want to do a cheaper trade-up contract and not blow a lot of money and have a chance at, you know, doing a bunch of trades, I would suggest trying to go for the Shooting Star. And just using a bunch from that. But these items, I'm not gonna say about investments, but it might be smart for you to I don't know, maybe buy a bunch of confidential and quarantine items because you can't get the cases anymore and the prices are only gonna go up. I've seen them. Trust me, I've seen them go up. I unboxed a Corona Australis, and if you don't know what that is, it's the red item or whatever the hell the name of it is. I don't know. Assassin's Elite Grade item. It's one of the Elite Grade items from the Quarantine Collection, and I actually unboxed one of those, and then I sold it for $20. They're $200 now. So that was just a brilliant idea by me. Nowadays, I tend to keep my items a lot, but here we go. Trade up we're going for. This is the Geiger counter. If we can hit this, that would be nice. We have a 25% chance at the Geiger counter. So not amazing odds. I'm going to be honest. I've seen the well-wrapped hat so many times. I've done this trade so many times. I've seen the well-wrapped hat a lot. I've gotten like at least 50 of those. All right, here we go. We're mailing it in. Oh my god, the Geiger counter would be nice. Oh fuck, we have 2 of them in the inventory. And the worst part about the well-wrapped hat, is you can't trade it up. As you can tell, there is no Elite Grade in the Tough Break Cosmetics collection, so once you get it, you're fucked. That is upsetting. Oh man, that hurts. Pain. Really wanted another Geiger counter. I really want another one. Maybe we'll do that again. I don't know. Maybe we'll try it again. But I've been waiting long enough here. This recording's already a full 16 minutes, so let's get into the main Space Hamster Hammy. And again, I do want to do a strange version of these trade ups, although it's going to be way more expensive. But you know, if people like me doing this, I'll keep doing it. I mean, I need to get me some more money, and we're missing one. How am I fuck? Oh no, we're not missing one. Okay, so 50-50 chance. I'm going to be really upset if we don't hit this BATSABER. All right. The Sacred Slayer War Paint isn't doing me any favors, especially with the fact it's not strange. You know how I feel about items that aren't strange. I hate them. So a BATSABER would be nice. Gods, I pray to you. Let's go. All right. Space Hamster Hammies. This is the only time I've ever owned a Space Hamster Hammy. These are the first 5 I've ever had in my inventory, and they're all about to be gone. And the best, and really quickly, I want to bring up the best part about why the confidential and quarantine collections, the cases themselves are like $8 a pop. And I want to say I contributed to that because I've opened so many of those when they were like $1 or $2 back in 2016. I remember when there was only like 50 on the market, and I was fucking maybe more than 50, but there was only like a couple hundred on the market, and I was spam opening them like my life depended on it, to be honest with you. So you know, the price increase on specifically the quarantine collection is probably like half my fault. Sorry about that. Okay, maybe not half, but I mean, I definitely helped with driving up the prices. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh my god, I have such a horrible feeling. We hit it. We hit it. I gotta close my eyes. I can't look. Oh! Oh! I literally had to close my eyes there for a second. I was afraid to look. Oh man. I usually don't get excited about opening cases and doing trade-up contracts. But I'm really excited about this, not because I made, what, like $30 profit, not even. I mean, the BATSABER, the basic BATSABER is going for about $94 on the Steam market. I spent 77, 8, 9. I've made $20. That's not really that much money. The problem is I don't also plan on selling this. I just really wanted this because, like I said, the confident... I'm actually like... I'm like feeling it right now, to be honest with you. Like, I'm so happy I hit this. But confidential, like I said, collection and the quarantine collection are extremely expensive right now. I would actually want to look at them. Dude, I was so afraid I wasn't going to hit that, and I would have been really upset if I didn't hit that. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I am Yeah. Okay, I'm so happy that I hit that, dude. I want to get this out of the way. Don't gamble. Only gamble with money that you're willing to lose. If you're willing to throw that money into a fireplace, then go ahead and gamble it. I would never suggest you gamble it. The house always wins. You're not going to win. All right, you rarely will win. And the game crashed. The game full on crashed as I tried to inspect the weapon. Okay, well, all right. Jesus Christ. You might have seen me make, and the worst part about it is it's not even a lot of profit. You know, you'll see Sparkles and other people do like Counter-Strike trade ups and they make, you know, $10,000, $5,000, $2,000 profit. This is a $20 profit, so it's by no means really worth it, to be completely honest with you. $20 is 20 bucks, but again, I did this to try to save money instead of buying the item because, yeah, I could have easily bought the item for around 100 bucks, or I could do the trade up contract. And something that you don't see is how much money I've lost opening cases and doing trade up contracts. Why, yes, I did 2 trade ups today and I hit one of them, and it was the big one that I wanted to hit. The other problem is that I've spent thousands of dollars opening cases and doing trade up contracts between both TF2 and Counter-Strike, and guess how much money I've kept out of all of that? None of it. I've kept basically none of it. I have opened thousands of dollars of Counter-Strike cases, and I've done trade up contracts, and I've received no profit from any of it. Hundreds of cases in TF2, and I've done probably close to 100 trade up contracts in TF2, and I don't profit off them. Don't gamble unless you're straight up willing to burn the money and you have the money to burn, all right? Don't think of this as a means to make money, because it is not a means to make money. You should never think of it as a means to make money. That is horrible to go about it. It's something that you do for fun. 3, 4, 5. We are once again going for the... Actually, no, not once again. We're going to try to go and get a Space Hamster Hammy or the Burst Chester. Maybe whatever I get, I'll save and do another BATSABER trade up. That would be stupid, but I don't know. Yeah, so we have a 50% chance to make profit on this. Now, the most amount of profit we can get is the Burst Chester. The Burst Chester is about $19, $20 right now, where the Space Hamster Hammy is actually about $15 right now. So, this is still a profitable trade either way. The only thing that will give me basically no money at all is the well-wrapped hat. So we have a 50-50 on this one. Let's go. Give it a little smiley face. I'm staring straight at it. Oh my god, dude, every fucking time. Holy shit. I got them. I have them. I'm okay. Watch my money. Okay, here we go. Wow, we have a lot of these, and some of them are painted. That is upsetting. Yeah, whatever. Paints aren't really too crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof. Item trade at trade up. Here we go. Bang, bang, boom, 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 whoops, boom. 33% chance at a capper. Probably not going to get it. I've literally only hit one of my trades today. I hit the most important trade, so that's what matters. Please, I'm going to close my eyes for it. Just, oh, man. The funniest part about this is I've actually lost money at this point. If I didn't do those last 2 trades, I would have profited, but I actually have spent $100 and I've made back 94. The BATSABER is $94. So, yeah. I wonder if I have a kill streak kit for it. I don't think I do. We got exactly 1 trade. Like I said, I have lost money. I've actually lost $5 on this. Actually like 6. So I'll see you in the next one.